I'm going to talk to you on the topic, the journey to $1 million. Everybody thinks that he should achieve financial freedom much faster. Most people crave to stop working. They want to pursue other things. Some people don't want to be in employment. They want to start something on their own. Some people want to work only for half a day and take other interests forward in the other half. All aspirations of this nature need one prerequisite. You need to have achieved financial freedom before you can do what you choose to do. Otherwise, you still need to do what is necessary. So, the freedom of choice, the capacity to do what you really like, comes from financial freedom. I believe that $1 million is a reasonable first milestone towards financial freedom. If somebody is willing to live a frugal life after that and enjoy things which don't need money, then I think at that point itself he has reached reasonable financial freedom. $1 million in today's value is what I think a frugal Spartan person needs to achieve financial freedom. He should have no loans, his home should be paid for, and he should be able to lead a life of contentment where his desires are more things which he wants to do and which are not expensive to do. Most people think that equity is the best way to reach that milestone. The thinking has changed from what it was 20 years ago, when people would think that buying a plot of land would take them to that milestone. So in that sense, the wheel has turned, a lot has changed. People believe in equity today more than they ever did. In fact, I suspect people believe in equity more than they should. But that is something that will take its own natural adjustments as the macroeconomics changes, as interest rates move, as asset prices change, as economic growth varies. These aspirations will keep changing and choices will adapt, and we will be able to get to that better mix constantly. So it's a constant chase to get that mix between assets right. But today, I think equity is the darling of investors. They think equity can deliver all returns. Having said that, people know that equity will give good returns, so they have not made a bad choice per se. It's only how much they should rely on equity and what else they need to do. With equity clearly in the zone of preference, are people really making use of it in a way in which they can watermark and grow their wealth? That's the key question, because you can make a lot of money in equity in short bursts of time, and you can also lose what you made very quickly. So, are you actually trying to use equity as a sustainable driver of your wealth and as something that will drive your journey towards financial freedom? That's the question which people should ask themselves of. While equity tends to give better returns, one should understand whether those returns are coming from business performance or from volatility or from some kind of euphoric excess in valuation. If it is volatility and euphoric excess in valuation that is causing the returns, then there is a need for you to safe zone your money from there. But what I have seen is, when people find that success, they are not able to handle themselves. They get carried away, they get very excited, and they want to do more of the same. Now, this, in my opinion, is not a good path to take. Having said that, I know there are not many people who listen to what I am saying now, but I am still recording this because someday later people will revisit it and understand what went wrong. When excess volatility and euphoric valuation causes high returns, you should not go further down the same path. You must walk back from where you are. From a successful place, you need to move to a safe place. So, that shift from success to safety is what people should do if they have been successful on that path. If you have not gone on that path so far, this is not the time to go on that path where you are going to bet on excess volatility and irrationality. Please don't go there now. This is not the time for you to do that. So, knowing when you should move from success to safety, recognizing when you should put safety above seeking success in risky parts, and managing your expectations in different points in time, aligning to the context in which you are investing, the risks which you are up against, and the rewards that can come for those risks. Typically, in times like these, the rewards don't justify the risk. Most people assume that they would get rewards in line with past rewards and are willing to take more risks than in the past. Now, this is a very unworkable combination. When you are going to raise your risk too much to get similar rewards to the past, it doesn't make sense. Actually, you should take lesser risk to make better rewards. The odds should be in your favor. That's when you should really take risks which will deliver. Now, it doesn't seem to be the time to me, because you are seeing inflation rising, you are seeing the macros turning, and when macros turn, the valuations will catch up with the macros. You had favorable macros for long periods of time, which gave us extended periods of excess valuation. Now, to expect this extended period of excess valuation to be perennial is very rich and creative imagination. I think that investors need to consciously avoid this and now understand how to invest in a zone of safety so that they will move towards success in the future. Hunting and chasing success in the present will definitely keep an investor out of the safe zone and in the thick of the risky zone. You would be grazing near the lines and you will be that zebra which could get hit, and that's something you need to avoid, because knowing which is a good time and which is the right place is very important for you to successfully graze as a zebra in lion country. This is a time for you to recognize that and accordingly fashion your investing in a safe zone where you're very comfortable. You do understand that you're taking less risks and that you will move towards a higher risk plane later when fortunes favor and when the tide is in favor. Thank you for watching this video.